بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا Muhammad وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Brothers and sisters, as the month of Ramadan had begun, in which I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless this month to you, to your family and to the entire ummah. Alhamdulillah, here we are once again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us to experience another month of Ramadan in their life, and that's within itself a great ni'mah of Allah Azza wa Jalla upon us. For you to be that type of person or that Muslim that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses to experience another Ramadan in their life, know for a fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you. Know for a fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants goodness for you, because this month begins with the mercies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Halfway through it is forgiveness, and the last portion and part of the month of Ramadan is salvation from the hellfire. That ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to have mercy upon us, forgive us and save us from the hellfire. My brothers and my sisters, what's your aim in this season Ramadan? What are you aiming for? What do you aim to do in the month of Ramadan? Well, let me say something to you. Why don't you aim for something this year? Why don't you make this year's Ramadan a unique Ramadan, a different Ramadan from the previous Ramadans that you've ever experienced in the past? Make this Ramadan to be a different Ramadan than any other Ramadan that you've ever experienced in your life. Make sure that you come out of this month, the month of Ramadan, and you've done something more than any other month. Maybe you need to look at your prayers, maybe you need to look at your fasting, maybe you need to look at your recitation of the Quran al-Kareem, maybe you need to look at your remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal, your brotherhood, your sisterhood, your relationship with your kins, with your mother, with your brother, with your father, with the rest of the people around you. What are you aiming for this year? If we're going to just live the month of Ramadan or experience the month of Ramadan and not even have an objective or a goal that we want to target or reach to, we're just going to continue to repeat another Ramadan in our life like the rest of the Ramadans in the past. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, I do urge you and encourage you that you want this year's Ramadan a different Ramadan than the previous Ramadans. And that's why every Ramadan in your life should be a step closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a stepping stone that just gets you closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. If you're going to make this year's Ramadan like last year's Ramadan, that means you did not really achieve anything from last year's Ramadan, because this year's Ramadan is like last year's Ramadan. You want to make sure that this year's Ramadan is better than last year's Ramadan. Next year's Ramadan is better than this year's Ramadan. And that's what Ramadan is all about. It's an opportunity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens up for you, an opportunity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you for you to get the most out of the month of Ramadan. And here we are, alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us with another year of Ramadan, 2016, 1437 after the Hijrah. Alhamdulillah, this is a great blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal. This is a great ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose you, chose me and chose us to be from amongst those who experience another Ramadan in their life. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, I encourage you once again that you put an objective for this year's Ramadan, an aim that this year's Ramadan is going to be the greatest Ramadan that you've ever experienced. And that's why make a positive change in the month of Ramadan. If there are any outstanding worships that you need to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or make up for, this is the time and opportunity and month for you to make up those outstanding worships. If you feel that you've been disconnected from the Quran al-Kareem, this is the time that for you to reconnect yourself to the Quran al-Kareem. If you find yourself that you need to increase more knowledge in making sure that you have a valid, correct fasting, this is your opportunity for you to do that. Make sure that this year's Ramadan is different than the previous year's Ramadan, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will support you when you have the right intention. Remember what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says about Ramadan: Man sama Ramadana imanan wa ihtisaban, ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbih. Whoever fasts the month of Ramadan sincerely for the sake of Allah, awaiting their rewards from Allah Azza wa Jal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive their previous sins. It's all about your intention. Have that as an intention. Have that as one of the things that you intend this year, that you want to make this year's Ramadan different than any other Ramadan in the past. And Allah will support you. Wallahi, Allah will support you. When Allah sees a pure, sincere intention in your heart that you really want to make a positive change in your life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will support you. And Allah Azza wa Jalla will get you closer to Him. And that's what I aim for. I want this year's Ramadan to be a unique Ramadan, a different Ramadan than any other year. And that's why, inshallah, together we can make this happen. Jazakumullah khair. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this year's Ramadan a unique Ramadan, a different Ramadan, a positive step forward to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us all, to have mercy upon us, forgive us, and to make us from amongst those that He saves from the hellfire. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا لا لا لا